Been to Las Vegas, San Bernardino.
Hello and welcome back to the Pet Tune channel. Today is a special day. As I promised, we're going to do a full story on all sorts of different conspiracy theories. And of course, the Pet Tune channel was inundated with mail, with people wanting to voice their own conspiracy theories, and we had to go through them. We went through them all night last night, and we picked a couple, and we're going to put them up for review, and here they come with Ask Johnny. G'day, Johnny. Yes, let's get right into it. It's a very serious subject. These conspiracy theories seem to be everywhere. Righto, Johnny, we'll get straight into this. This is from Bevan, and he's in Seattle. Hello to everyone in Seattle. They love the Pet Tune channel in Seattle. Bevan goes on to say, Johnny, hospitals do not want to cure us at all. They will lose customers. I have studied this for 20 years. It's real. It's happening. Thanks for the opportunity, Johnny. Signed, Bevan. For authenticity purposes, here's a picture of Bevan. What do you think of that one up first, Johnny? Yeah, I reckon Bevan's onto something there. We're not getting any better. People just seem to keep getting sick. And what's the idea of hospitals in the first place? They're trying to give me all sorts of pills and all sorts of lotions and potions, and it seems as I've got older every time I go in there, a doctor wants to shove his finger up my ass. I don't know what's going on there. Yes, I reckon that's true. That never used to happen when I was a young bloke, and sometimes I've gone to hospital and come out feeling worse than when I went in. Don't they have to swear some sort of medical oath? And if you reasonably look at Bevan's comments, you would come to the conclusion that perhaps they are not trying to cure us, because if we were all cured, then they'd all be out of business. I think there's something in that. Yeah, quartz. Well, there might be something to that, Johnny. But we've got another letter here. This is from Rebecca, and she's in Edinburgh. Good old Edinburgh. We're big up in Edinburgh, the Pet Tune channel. Let me tell you. She goes on to say, Johnny, there is some sort of a sect in my area. A sect, I believe, worships a supernatural presence that apparently is everywhere. The people meet in selected buildings and worship this being and its family. Sounds a bit bloody peculiar. I don't know all the details, but I do know that if you don't worship this being, you're likely to spend, once you die, eternity in a fiery world of darkness. I know this sounds ridiculous, Johnny, but this sect appears to be dangerous. Signed, Rebecca. Well, Johnny, that's a big one. What do you think about that one? Yeah, thanks, Rebecca. A sect, huh? Yes, I've seen evidence of this particular sect. They do believe in some super being up there that's going to come down and help them. But I've never seen him come down and help anybody. And we're still getting earthquakes and plagues and petulance. And about his certain son, who he sent down 2,000 years ago apparently, and when he died, in horrific circumstances, when he died he said he was going to come back. Well, it's been 2,000 years, and I have to tell you folks, if you're believing in that sort of stuff, 2,000 years, he ain't coming back. Yeah, quartz. Apparently there is a great big book available, if you know the right channels, with what, some sort of mantra in it? Some sort of secret text that you can get, and you can read up all about this sect and about his certain son. Yes, I see where you're coming from. But the government doesn't seem to care about this sort of sect and believing in super beings. In fact, I know some governments that go along with it. No, I don't believe that for a minute. And apparently, this sect that worships this huge heavenly body, they have been accused of rampant sexual molestation of children. God, I hope that's not true. That needs more investigation, Johnny. That one sounds dangerous. But here we've got another one. It's from Blair in Delhi, and I know to everyone in India, especially in Delhi. And Blair says, Johnny, there are aliens watching me right at this very moment. And the government knows it. I have been selected with about 10,000 others to be taken and start a new colony on a distant planet. I can't say any more. No one will help me, Johnny. Signed, Blair. Well, Johnny, can we do anything to help Blair? Yeah, well, that's a good one too. It wouldn't surprise me if bloody aliens were watching us all and in cahoots with the government. Why wouldn't they be? In fact, how do we know those in control of governments aren't aliens themselves? I mean, have a look at Boris. Boris looks like some sort of bloody alien. It's a wonder people aren't more suspicious. Yes, yeah, I reckon that's true. And the royal family, they've been sitting there for bloody 500 years. How can one family do that unless there's some sort of alien species? In fact, Blair, I don't think you're the only one. I think the Pettoon Studios have been under surveillance from aliens for bloody 6 months or more. Yes, yeah, I reckon that's true. I sometimes wake up at night and I reckon I've been probed by the aliens to see if anyone here at the Pettoon Studios is suitable for their hideous experiment. Though I just can't believe the government would be in cahoots with a bunch of aliens. Oh, Johnny, I hope you've set some minds at rest with those special suggestions. But here, we've got another letter. It's from Horry, and Horry's in Memphis. And of course, we all know who's from Memphis, don't we? And Horry goes, Johnny, I believe that Elvis is fathering by artificial insemination hundreds of children a year. I am not yet sure of the reason for this, but it is happening. Elvis's sperm was taken from him by the jarful in the 60s and frozen for this particular purpose. I can't say any more, Johnny, as the Graceland henchmen are onto me. That's a scary one, Johnny. What do you think about that one? Yes, the Elvis breeding program. Well, I've heard about this from time to time over the last 30 years. And from my recollection, I heard that Colonel Tom did have something to do with it. He organised it all in the early 60s, just as he organised for poor old Elvis to do 4 shitty films a year for the next 10 years. Yeah, of course. Apparently when Elvis was doing Jailhouse Rock, he was milked of his seed, and it was stored. And there are eyewitnesses to that, but they've been silenced by the powers that be at Graceland. Yes, yeah, I reckon that's true. I heard they got almost a litre from him during the making of Kissin' Cousins. During Kissin' Cousins? And here are some of the kids. Here, have a look at these photos. Oh yeah, that's why there's so many people getting round looking like Elvis now. And so I've heard, just before the big 68 comeback special, Elvis gave a good litre and a half there before he went on. No wonder he looked shagged out during the making of that show. Yeah, of course. Apparently it all come to an end when Elvis started getting fat. And they did some tests on his sperm and found he wasn't producing any sperm at all. So they were very, very glad that they had 26 litres of it frozen in a freezer at Graceland, in the jungle room. So, in summing up, I think there are thousands of kids who have Elvis as a father out there. I think they should all be herded up, rounded up, thrown in some sort of jail, because really, there is only one Elvis, and we all know who that is, don't we? Yes, yeah, I see where you're coming from. Oh, Jesus, Johnny, there'll be some Elvis fans out there that'll be just shocked at those revelations. But now we've got one more letter, and this one's from Sonia. And Sonia, she's in Los Angeles. And hello to everybody in Los Angeles who watch the Pet Toon channel, because there's millions of you. But Sonia says, Johnny, there are many reports of robots posing as humans. You in fact touched on this in one of your previous programs. We did. Suggesting all the Apollo astronauts were robots. I claim I have dismissed as complete bullshit. Well, Sonia, there is, however, something just as sinister. Elon Musk, supposedly one of the world's richest men, has been caught out many times as being some sort of robot impersonator of the original Elon Musk. Or Elon Musk has been a robot all along. Me and my team have worked for many years on this, but the mainstream media completely ignores this theory and could very well be just part of the conspiracy itself. Please, Johnny, cast your experienced eye over the files and literature I have sent. Signed, Sonia. And we did get a heap of literature, Johnny, didn't we? What do you think about this one? Elon Musk, a robot. Sonia, was it Sonia? Sonia, I think you're onto something, because I too have suspected this for quite some time. Have a look at him.
Why are you boring?
Yeah, I ask myself that frequently. We're trying to dig a hole under LA.
He's certainly got the personality of a robot. And where the hell did he come from? All of a sudden there's Elon Musk doing this, that and the other, building electric cars, farting around, making billions. Yeah. Yes, yeah, I reckon that's true. In fact, he lives alone, I'm told. So no one's ever seen him with his gear off. What if he took all his clothes off and there was nothing but robotic parts and devices? Yes, yeah, I see where you're coming from. What about his name? Elon Musk. Sounds like some sort of bloody cheap perfume. And he's got all these idiots signed up to go to Mars. But some people have got their bags packed, sitting there by the door waiting for the call. A call that may never come. And there's even talk that Elon Musk's robot came from the same factory that the robot of George W. Bush came from. George W. Bush? That's right, George W. Bush, former President of the United States of America. Oh, he's supposed to be the son of old George Sr., but have you seen them together? They don't look anything like each other.
The beginning of what will hopefully be a 3D network of tunnels.
Elon Musk did a demo and brought out 3 live pigs.
He's been putting robotic brain chips in pigs.
One without a brain implant, one who'd had a link implanted and then had it removed without any issues, and a third pig named Gertrude that had had a chip in for 2 months.
And if that isn't a indication of some crazed robot wanting to take over the world, I don't know what is. Yeah, quartz.
Las Vegas, San Bernardino.
Oh my God, it's been a busy 24 hours here at the Pet Toon channel. Thanks to all the staff for doing 24 hours straight, going through all the literature from all these wackos who have sent in all their conspiracy theories. We couldn't do them all, of course, but we may do another show later on down the track. Until then, it's goodbye from us all here at the Pet Toon channel. George W. Bush?